This is Tank's vlog for February 27, 2018, wrapping up today in sports. Monday was the trade deadline in the NHL, but before we get to the NHL news, let's take a quick look at what happened in the NBA tonight. It was the Brooklyn Nets getting a win over the Chicago Bulls, 104-87. The Knicks lost to the Warriors, 125-111. The Lakers beat the Hawks, 123-104. The Celtics clobbered the Grizzlies, 109-98. The Raptors took a chunk out of the Pistons, 123-94. The Pelicans beat the Suns, 125-116. It was the Thunder taking down the Magic, 112-105. The Mavericks beat the Pacers, 109-103. The Rockets extended their win streak to 13 games, beating the Jazz, 96-85. While the Timberwolves beat the Kings, 118-100. So as we mentioned before, Monday was the trade deadline in the NHL. And the New York Rangers have basically cleared the chairs of the Titanic. Gone now are Ryan McDonough, JT Miller. This follows the trade of Rick Nash and Michael Grobner. So clearly the Rangers are reshuffling. And it'll be interesting to see what they do this offseason, if they are big in on a free agent or they're just going to commit to rebuild. They got a lot of prospects and some good players. But with a veteran goalie like Henrik Lundqvist, what are you going to do? That was probably the biggest trade. And getting both players, McDonough and Miller, are the Tampa Bay Lightning, who already are the top team in the NHL record-wise. This could be the final piece. This could be what exactly the Lightning need to bring the Stanley Cup back to Tampa Bay. Other deals that we saw on deadline day were Thomas Tatar of the Red Wings going to the Vegas Golden Knights. Evander Kane, who never has lived up to expectations, is on the move again, this time going from Buffalo to San Jose. The Blue Jackets got Thomas Vanek from the Canucks. The Devils made another move, getting Patrick Maroon from the Edmonton Oilers. It was the Predators getting a couple players from the Coyotes. Tommy Wingels is going to the Bruins from the Blackhawks. And that's basically the big deals that were on the last day. The Ducks got Jason Chimera from the Islanders. So there was some deals. It wasn't an overwhelming deal. The big surprise probably is that Erik Karlsson did not get traded from the Ottawa Senators. That's a team that's an absolute total mess right now. So with the games in action on Monday night, it was the Blue Jackets beating the Capitals 5-1. The Philadelphia Flyers, they just continued their red-hot play. Got a 1-0 shootout win tonight over the Montreal Canadiens, 1-0, to move past the Washington Capitals into first place in the Metropolitan Division. It was the Lightning beating the Maple Leafs in a shootout, 4-3. Big win there. Keeps them in front. Keeps them ahead of the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs are right in the thick of things for first place and first place overall. It was the Avalanche 3-1 winners over the Canucks, and the Vegas Golden Knights blew a 2-goal lead late in the third period and lost overtime to the Los Angeles Kings 3-2. Look at the NHL standings right now. In the Atlantic Division, the Tampa Bay Lightning lead with the overall best record. They have 89 points. Maple Leafs are in second place with 84 points. And the Bruins are in third, 82 points. Freeze that right there. Barring an epic collapse those are going to be your three primary playoff teams in the Atlantic Division. The Panthers are way back, 20 points behind. In the Metropolitan Division, things are much tighter. You got 3 points, 2 points separating the top 3 spots, with the Flyers going into first place today. They've gotten a point in at least their last 10 games, won 6 straight, 9-0-1. Both Philadelphia teams are red hot since the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I guess that's what you call riding the coattails. So the Flyers are at 78 points, the Capitals 77 points, and the Penguins are 76. And the Devils are not that far behind with 72 points. In the wild card race in the East, those Devils do have the top spot right now with 72 points. The Blue Jackets are 3 points behind in second position, 69 points. That's key right there because 2 top wildcard teams go to the playoffs. In the hunt are the Islanders, who have lost 3 straight, are at 65 points. The Carolina Hurricanes have lost 5 straight, or 64 points. The Panthers, who've played solid hockey as of late, are getting back in the race. But they got to tighten things up at 62 points. Same as the Red Wings. And basically the Rangers have waved the white flag, have 60 points. Last place in the Metropolitan Division. Last place. The Montreal Canadiens are at 56 points. The Senators, 52. And the Buffalo Sabres are down in the basement. Down in the basement. Out west, the Vegas Golden Knights, despite their overtime loss, remain the top team overall, leading the Pacific Division with 87 points. In second position is the Sharks with 75 points, with the Ducks in third at 74 points. The Kings are, though, right on their tail. So the next 3 spots, with the Vegas Golden Knights holding a sizable lead, are very tight, with the Kings and Flames each having 73 points. We'll look at the wildcard standings in a second, but we'll first look at the Central, where it's the Predators, 85 points, the Winnipeg Jets at 83 points, and the Minnesota Wild, the top 3 spots. The wildcard, we'll see the Dallas Stars at 74 points, with the Kings now in second position at 73, just ahead of the Flames by tiebreaker. The Blues at 72 points are fading fast, trading Paul Stastny, 6 straight losses. Their playoff hopes are definitely right now in serious condition. The Avalanche are at 71 points. The Chicago Blackhawks, they're basically in critical condition at 62 points. Hard to believe this season they've had. The Edmonton Oilers, most disappointing team in the NHL, have won 3 straight, but at 58 points, getting back in the playoffs race is a long shot. The Canucks at 55 points, and bringing up the rear is the Arizona Coyotes with 46 points. Today's 3 stars are Anthony Davis of the Pelicans, who had 53 points, 18 rebounds, 5 block shots, and a win over the Phoenix Suns. Peter Mrazek is our second star for the Flyers with a 28-save shutout, while Nathan MacKinnon had 2 goals and an assist in the Avalanche win over the Canucks. Today's birthday shutout goes to one of the great tight ends in the history of the NFL, Tony Gonzalez, who also played college basketball at Cal and had a very memorable tournament game against Princeton. And we take a look back to 1977, where the longtime Chicago Blackhawks stalwart, Stan Mikita, reached his 500th career goal. You know, a lot of people don't realize this about the Chicago Blackhawks. Everyone looks at the team now and sees Chicago Blackhawks. Did you know, for the first 60 years, they were the Chicago Blackhawks? It was 2 words, Blackhawks. But they made it correct in 1986, becoming the Blackhawks. Just something you should know. Good day.